from Salt Lake City. 2 days rest, I think I'm going to do. And then 1 day driving back out to Vegas. Then there's Dragon Con in the beginning of September. And BlizzCon in November.
You're a con goer now.
Con man.
You're a con man.
I'd say that his power is to look like Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, you've got a full schedule this year. That's almost a thing a month at least on average.
It is, yeah, pretty close.
Well,
and then there's Japan wedged in there, and
oh, that's right. That's right. I'm excited to hear about your tales there.
Oh my gosh, there should be. I mean, there should be some amazing stories, and I think we consider doing a live something from.
Yeah. If we can't, we're dumb. We have to figure out a way.
Yeah, exactly.
I totally agree with that. Something else I was going to say about something. What was I going to say? Ah, shit. I don't remember. When's the Japan thing?
Late June, I believe.
Okay.
Mid to late June.
Yeah,
I'll be over there over Father's Day, which I don't know if they celebrate Father's Day in Japan, or at least they don't. I don't think they celebrate it on the day that that we celebrate it.
They kill their fathers ritualistically on Father's Day. That's why there's so many women in Japan.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
They have to be over 50, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Well, let's see here. It is celebrated in Japan. It's the third. No. Let's see here. There we go. Japan. Just curious. Father's Day is celebrated on the third Sunday of June and is not a public holiday. So they celebrate it the same as us.
Same as we. Oh, I didn't realize it was internationally regarded, or
third
whatever
Sunday
the word
of
is.
June. Wow, so many countries celebrate it on the third
on the
Sunday
same day.
of June.
Wow, we've come together on so few issues in the world, but this one, we got it. We've nailed
That's
it.
right.
Nailed it.
A majority of Europe, South America.
Europe. Yeah, I like them folks in Europe. They're good people in Europe. Okay, here we go. I'm recording now. Reed is in front of us. Johnny Storm is to the left. All right, here we go. Let's record this. It begins in 3, 2. I got everything going? Yeah? Okay. 1. Coming up on TMS, it's not me, it's you.
Game of Thrones will spoil readers.
Snoop TV is coming.
The Pope likes his pizza.
Russo Brothers are also up. Are all up in the next 2 Avengers movies.
Fitness Geek.
Jury duty and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Wow, deteriorating conditions for sure. It's incredible to see what's happening out there. Let's start off with our traffic jam, Jimmy. He's out in our Lens Solar mobile track, and he's been everywhere from Pennsylvania now down through Towson. Hi, Jimmy. What's the latest?
Hello. Please hold forward to the next speaker.
Hey, is it too early to get a fish sandwich? Oh, next speaker. Hang on. Oh, Candace, we live? Whoops. Hey, I've been in the car since 4 o'clock. I'm starving. I'm just getting something real quick. Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
Okay, well.
May I help you? Yeah, can I get a fish sandwich? Stay put. It's bad out here. I've been out since 4. Stay put, folks. Trust me. I didn't know we were coming live. I'm sorry.
I told you we were coming to you. All right.
I'm in love with it.
The Morning Stream. 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 The Morning Stream.
It's the world of tomorrow today. This is the Morning Stream.
The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to The Morning Stream, TMS for short. That guy's my favorite new person in the world.
Conditions are bad out here, folks. You can't get a fish sandwich anywhere. You might as well just stay home.
Yeah, I capped out this bit just to keep here. Where is it? Here it is.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
Too early to get a fish sandwich. Y'all got a fish sandwich in dirt? That guy's great. He has a bright orange beard, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. That was interesting. Part of the commercial, or not commercial, but the news spot. Actual news spot. Guy screwed up. My Iceworm sent that in.
Can I tell you something really weird?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the pants I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing pants, people.
Oh, good, finally. Jeez.
These just came out of the laundry. Like, this is my first wearing post washing machine.
Okay.
Pulled them out of the drawer today, and they're freshly washed.
All right.
However, I reached my hand into the left front pocket.
Oh, no.
And I found a sesame seed.
What? Is that a sesame seed?
Whoop.
Are you sure it's a sesame seed?
Oh, I'm positive. There's no mistaking a sesame seed.
How did that get in your pocket? You keep bagels in your pocket, or what's going on there?
I have not eaten anything I can't think of anything. I mean, certainly didn't have anything for breakfast this morning that would have had sesame seeds on it.
You know, that could have just
Why is
been,
there a sesame seed in my pocket?
It probably is in the laundry somewhere else, and it traveled there. The question is, how did it get in any other part of someone's laundry? You know,
Right,
like,
exactly.
Hey,
Weird. Okay, anyway, sorry for that.
no, it's the kind of diversion we like here on the show. I like it. That's like the fish sandwich guy a little bit. You know,
That's right. Is it too early to get a sesame seed?
You know, I would have paid you $20 virtual to eat that on camera, but now it's lost.
Oh, you know what? It's probably the safest sesame seed to eat because it's been freshly washed.
It's true. Post laundry sesame seeds, there are worse things to get out of laundry. Yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone. Like I was holding it up on my finger for the camera.
Yeah. Oh, the other day I got to tell. Oh, this is funny. You brought that up.
I'd have fallen into my coffee, so I'll keep you posted.
Well, you made a funny. You've brought up a memory. And I forgot to mention this on the show, and this wasn't that long ago that this happened, but about a year and a half ago, Nick accidentally left his iPod Touch in his pants, and it got washed.
Oh.
Yeah. So I said, well, Nick, what you need to do, it had already been dried, so I don't think there was going to be much hope.
You couldn't, throw it in a bag of rice or something?
Yeah. Well, he did anyway. So here's what he did. He took one of those things of rice, like one of the home, I don't know, it's like a container of rice. He buried that thing in there, and then forgot about it. So about a week and a half ago, this is
the most unloved iPod Touch ever in existence.
I completely agree, because since then we'd passed some phones down, and he'd gotten an iPhone and we're now on a family plan and all that. Got my old 5, so it all worked out since. So he just quit thinking about it. Now he's got a new thing that plays his music and does whatever he wants. So I'm making rice the other day. And I moved to one of the unopened containers, at least I thought it was, opened that thing up, and I dig down in there, and I hit something hard and rectangular. Damn it, there's a phone in there, or there's an iPod in there. I was so ticked. I was like, damn it. And here's the problem. It isn't so much...
thing. It worked.
Yeah, and it totally didn't work, by the way.
Yeah,
we plugged it in to check. But what made me mad is I felt like I couldn't eat that rice. It's sitting with this dirty teenage... I know it was just washed.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have a piece of electronics sitting in my rice for half a year and then eat it.
But you're going to be boiling that rice anyway.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
I think you're listen, people in third world countries would eat the rice that an iPod Touch, a freshly washed teenager's iPod Touch.
Oh, they'd probably eat the phone too, or the iPod Touch while they're at it.
They'd use the phone to eat the rice.
The blessed phone. Remember, I'll never forget the blessed phone and the bounty it brought. Anyway, that's a funny story I've always meant to bring up on the show and totally forgot about it. All right, I am dumping. I got a big announcement. This is for the technology-minded folks in the audience. I think Chrome is starting to suck.
Really?
Chrome, the browser. Yeah. Now, when Chrome came out, I was thrilled because I went, look at how lightweight it is, slim. It just does the important things. You don't need all this bloat fest that at the time, like Firefox seemed to be bloaty, and even Opera a bit at the time, and certainly Internet Explorer was just a big fat pig. Like they were just gross, overweight browsers. And Chrome came along and said, "Hello, I'm Mr. Goodbody," and they were, it was like this sweet new thing, and I was so excited, and I've been using it since. But lately, and Safari here and there. But lately, Chrome has gotten into the same problem. It got into the bag of Oreos just like the other ones did. Mm-hmm. Every tab uses untold amounts of memory. It's ridiculous how much freaking resources Chrome decides to use and not let go of. And it's true on the PC. It's true on the Mac. I tested both. And I don't like it. Even if I've got stuff that's powerful enough to sort of ignore all the resources it's using, it pisses me off that it's using them all. So it's kind of like having a friend come to a party and eat all the cookies and drink all the punch. Like you have at a party.
Right. Cookies and punch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I only have so many
you
cookies.
Still go to fun parties.
I've never not been 6, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm dumping it for, at least for now. I'm going back to Firefox, which has ironically slimmed down and trimmed its bloat and become a much thinner, lighter experience. And I did some testing yesterday. Uses something like, I don't know, 60% less resources than Chrome was, both RAM and CPU.
Have you looked at Vivaldi?
No, what is Vivaldi? Do tell.
Vivaldi is purported to be a very a very lightweight browser. Like this was something Gizmodo talked about a while back. Available on all platforms, Mac, Windows, whatever.
They have a tech preview available, it looks like. Let's see what the features say. Ooh, they have nice quick commands. That's lovely. Let's hit the next button. They have notes. Ooh, you can take notes about web pages you've been at. I like this page because her boobies were big. Speed dial, so you can, let's see, favorite sites easily accessible from one place. You just create multiple speed dial groups. That sounds like a name for a thing I already know. Tab stack, so that's cool. Tabs within tabs, basically. Whoa! That's my Inception sound.
It's a bummer because there's things I like about different browsers. I really like the extensions that are available for Chrome.
Yeah, I do too. They're great.
And maybe you're running too many of them. That there's a thought right there.
I thought about that. I've only got one running, and it was ad blocker. And the only reason I run ad blocker, and it's only selective, I use it for the show because when I'm doing a YouTube clip for us or something, I can't have an ad
last thing
play.
You want is like autoplay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I turn it off on most pages because I'd like to support the. I'm getting free stuff. I may as well support it by seeing their dumb ads or whatever. But in the case of this show, I want to be able to play those clips, and I thought, well, maybe that's it, so I disabled that. Still, even in its rawest form, in its most naked of forms, Chrome is just sucking it up. Now, don't get me wrong out there. This isn't an anti-Google rant or anything like that. I just think they have shit to do. I think they got work to do, and they're just coasting on the fact that they got a lot of goodwill early, and now people are just using it, so they're just bloating that thing up, and they're not paying attention to stuff.
It's I think it's probably a situation where it's like, all right, we've gotten Chrome down as trimmed as much as possible, and it's a nice lightweight browser, and this is awesome. Oh, hey, let's throw this in here really quick. Okay. Oh, let's throw this thing in here, and we're just kind of waiting for the next like big compaction.
Yeah.
The next big,
big fecal compaction. Yes.
Cut out the fluff and then re-release Chrome and say, now Chrome is 64% faster, bloatier, less bloatier, whatever.
Well, the good news is
I guess you don't want something that's less than 100% faster.
No, you don't want that.
That would be less fast.
True. The good news is this: after using Firefox while I've been testing all of this and using it right now. All the Chrome plugins I was using before, all are available on Firefox, so that wasn't a problem.
Cool.
Synchronization between different computers using the same browser, so your bookmarks and everything, all your browsing history, all that stuff, that's all part of Firefox now too, so you can just log in and do it. Feature for feature, I'm not seeing much difference, so I'll continue to go here. But I am very interested in this weird thing you just told me about. So I'm gonna
try Vivaldi, see what you think. I've only played around with it a little bit, so I can't tell you how good it is or how fast. Apparently, it's like Opera. It's a not Mozilla, whatever the Chrome architecture is built on. It's kind of a
same. Actually, Safari's built on that too. It's called
WebKit.
WebKit. There you go.
WebKit.
Yep, that's it. Well, that's good. I think any smart browser goes that way.
It's sad how our talk of browsers never reached into Safari territory, because as Mac users and as having multiple Apple devices, as you and I both have, Safari has some awesome handoff ability between our desktop and our laptop or a tablet or whatever, so that we can say, oh yeah, I was browsing this thing on my desktop, bloop, it's right here on my tablet. You can kind of do that with Chrome if you do a little digging under the hamburger menu on the top right corner.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I love the hamburger menus, don't you?
Yeah.
It's my favorite
love
menu.
Hamburger menus.
Like the 2009 and forward, when we started seeing the hamburger menu. Oh, it's great. It's one of my favorite new UI elements.
You know exactly what it is, right? I mean, you would have looked at that in 1989 and said, "Oh, that's a thing that allows me to slide the thumb bar up and down."
Yeah,
because it's 3 horizontal lines.
Totally.
Those are the ridges that I can grab with my thumb as I'm scrolling the little elevator up and down.
This is all true. I love it. I love the hamburger menu. So if we've come away with anything here, it is that Chrome is bloated, and hopefully we'll get their crap together. Firefox is improved. Vivaldi might be interesting, and the hamburger menu is the greatest UI element in the history of modern times.
Ding again.
Again, that's right. All right. Also, I already talked about that guy. I was going to talk more about the fish sandwich guy, but we've already talked about him.
Don't talk about him.
He's really a great human being. Hold on, let's play it again. Okay.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
Yes, it's too early to get a
syllables. Too early to enunciate.
And it was like at 9 a.m. at a McDonald's. Who wants a fish sandwich at 9 a.m.?
Not me.
That guy grosses me out.
Can you make me a fish McMuffin
I bet that car is full of hot
with
farts.
sausage?
By the way, speaking of hot farts, and this has nothing to do with her particularly, because it's just that one year when I was at BlizzCon in 2011 and we walked into a big crowd, Veronica Belmont turned to me and said, hot farts. That's what she said, because she believes all giant rooms full of people is made up mostly of hot farts, and I agree with her.
Sure.
But that reminded me to just say congrats to her. She did a bang-up killer job last night on
That's
the
what I hear.
thing.
I'm bummed that I missed it, but
Really
I hear from you and Nicole that she did a great job, and so
Yeah, she did. It was, and you know what? Having her stand next to Christian Nairn is just about the funniest damn thing you've ever seen. I mean, Hodor is enormous. He is enormous.
Did he carry her on his back for a little while?
No, but he surely could have.
Yeah.
But she looked like just this little tiny, like a little, I don't know, like a little pixie lady. And she's not she's an average, normal girl.
Yeah.
He is huge. He's bigger than the Mountain, dude. He has to be. What's the Mountain guy? I forget his real name. Anyway.
Clegane.
Gregor. Is it Gregor?
Gregor Clegane, yeah.
Or is that the brother? Hold on.
No, he's the Mountain is Gregor, and the other one is Sander, right?
Sander Clegane. Yeah. Bernie face, I call him.
Right. The Little Mountain.
Yeah, Little Mountain. Mountain Junior. Got it.
Right.
All right. Well, it is too early for a fish sandwich, but it's not too early to call Daryl, so we're going to call him
Yay!
now. Now, everybody at home who says they want to call me or email me and say, Scott, I know how to fix your remote keyboard problem. No, I had this all working before, but there's been some hardware changes, and I haven't gotten the driver to work right. I'm using Synergy. I love it, but I haven't gotten it to work, so everyone just calm down. You don't have to send me any more emails. I only have to do this for another day. I'll figure this out, okay? Oh, damn it. Wrong keyboard.
Oh.
Hold on.
How many keyboards do you need?
I need 2.
Man.
I need 2. All right. It's working. We're calling him. It's happening. Help, it's happening. Here's his theme. Oh, why is that quiet? It is Stump a Trek Nerd, and it's brought to you by
Come get some. Oh, yeah. A secret government agency decides to stage an accident where flesh-eating zombies are unleashed on helpless citizens, all in the name of increasing their budget. But the rogue HUDS, Human Undead Defense Service, doesn't count on 4 local women to fight and defend their town, and one of their own turning from washout to top agent. Go to ComeGetSomeTheFilm.com.
Come Get Some the Film.
Come get some of the film. No spaces, punctuation, or anything. Just come get some the film.
Do you see
Come get some.
Daryl, did you see Saul last night or no?
Oh, no, I didn't yet.
I haven't either.
It's good. Oh my God. The holy cow.
Shut up. Was it
The
that
people who die on that episode.
It's amazing.
The things that happen. No, it's great. It is a really good episode.
Jesse Pinkman shows up. Did you watch it live? Because that's kind of must-see TV, isn't it?
We didn't watch it exactly live, but we started it because we DVR all these things. We started it within the hour that it started. We didn't start it in time to start the AMC Story Sync.
Oh, Brian. It's 2015. Get your shit together, man.
I do like the AMC Story Sync, and I know they do it so that you watch things at the right.
Is that where they go, boop, turn the page?
Kind of. I mean, it automatically turns the page. It doesn't boop, but it's it gives you little extra photos and extra background. Oh, this character was blah 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 blah, but it's their way of saying if you start watching this at 8:00 so that you can't fast forward through the commercials, here's a little extra content that will throw your way.
I see what that is.
And that's why they don't offer it on the AMC app to say, all right, start this when you press play on your DVR to watch it, and then move things forward, because that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work for their advertisers.
I love second screen viewing, and I love digging deep into IMDb when I'm watching a movie and saying who's that guy and where have I heard that name and what's that director done and all that stuff. But there are times where I feel like there's going to be a problem where we're too distracted and not really enjoying the show that's in front of us. You know what I mean? It's kind of a problem. So I'm going to start doing less of that. Enjoy it the first time, then go to the computer.
There's a couple of shows that I forcibly remove the iPad /iPhone /MacBook Air from my fingers to make sure I watch. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is one. I make sure that there's no distractions when I'm watching that.
I still haven't seen a single episode of that show.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah,
None?
I don't know why. Dude. It's really weird.
Yourself
I know. It doesn't fit.
book
It
nerd.
doesn't fit. I don't know why I'm not watching it, and I don't know why I haven't seen a single episode of Flash yet. I don't know what my problems are.
What about Arrow?
Arrow, I've seen everything.
Okay.
I don't
You're
know
caught
why.
up on Arrow?
Yeah, and I don't know why I've seen all of. Well, I may not be totally.
How do you
caught up.
watch all of Arrow and not watch any Flash?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen.
They intertwine.
Well, I know there's some crossover, and I guess
You got
I'm not.
part 1 of a 2-part episode that you never saw part 2.
Part 2. I've seen season 1 and 2. I haven't seen any of this new season, so I guess I'm not caught up. But yeah, I'm sucking it. I don't know what my deal is. I got to get on it. I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll go.
I'm gonna add another show to your list too.
What's that? What do you got?
The Returned.
What the hell's that?
That's another, not AMC. What's the channel that has Bates Motel?
Oh, not FX. A&E.
A&E, right?
Yeah.
The Returned is shaping up to be really cool, and it's by Carlton Cuse, who did Lost.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a few Lost faces in there, and it's got a very cool premise. They're only 3 or 4 episodes in. Very cool premise, and so far I'm really liking it.
So it's about a pair of shoes where the soles were coming apart, and the guy was taking these
and
back.
you want to take it back, but you can't find the receipt. It's really
That's intense, dude.
Yes, the cliffhanger ending of is this the receipt in this bag of trash? But
And the music goes, and then it ends. You gotta wait until next time. That's fantastic. Love it. The Returned. All right, Daryl, you're returned to the show for another Star Trek segment where you answer Star Trek trivia. It's always a good time. And we got one here for you, man. I don't know how you're feeling about it. I feel like your chances are good. That's something just inside of me says you're going to do fine.
I hope so.
Maybe it's the hideous dental appointment I have to go to today that's doing that. I don't know. But let's find out together as we play a clip, and then you tell us what episode it came from. Here's the clip. Whoop, here it is.
You know, Mr. Mendoza, the Federation negotiator.
Oh,
Pleasure to see you
Mendoza.
again, Councilor Troy. This is a worthy Federation competitor in the bidding, Leor of the Caledonians. Madame?
And I'm Devanani Rao.
Ship's Counselor Deanna Troy.
My good friend Raul is the best hired gun in the business.
Hired gun?
My good friend Mendoza means that I'm a negotiator who serves a variety of clients.
Doesn't sound like a goose, does he?
oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. You know who that is? That's Lloyd Braun from Seinfeld.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like him.
That actor.
He's something about him always bugs me.
I know. He's just too. He looks too straight-laced and.
Yep.
Clean cut.
He's a Ken doll.
Oh wait, no, that's a different actor than Lloyd Braun. Lloyd Braun was. Are
you sure? I think that's the same dude.
Is it the same guy? I'm sorry, you're right. It is the same guy.
I think
yes.
it's the same guy. I don't know his name though.
It's funny, but when you pull up Lloyd Braun,
right,
on Wikipedia, there's a different Lloyd Braun. But
yeah, there's.
Oh, interesting. 2 people on Seinfeld played Lloyd Braun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shut
Peter
up.
Kelligan played him once.
Yeah.
Or played him, and
there
then
he is. Yeah, early season guy there. Look
Matt
at that.
McCoy.
And Matt McCoy's the guy we're talking about, I think. Well, anyway, let's not give too much away because Daryl, you're going to guess this now. Here are your possible choices: A, the price; B, the vengeance factor; C, imaginary friend; or D, liaisons. Not to be confused with lesbians. Okay. Liaisons is the one you're looking for. So the price, the vengeance factor, the imaginary friend, or liaisons. Those are your options. Think about them hardly while we do this.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry?
What's a foodie?
We have a final Mexican delight in our hands. It is the Acor... how do you say it? Arcoris.
Arcoiris.
Arcoitus. Arcoitus. Coitus. We're eating coitus. Great.
Arcoiris.
Arcoiris. It looks like it has 4...
Arcoiris, yeah.
They look like they're 4...
Like from a gas station.
Yeah. 4 snowballs. You know the Hostess snowballs? That's what those look like on the picture there.
They do. Let's see if... Oh, are these the things that are like on a little square?
Yeah.
We've had miniature versions of these where you it's like a graham cracker with 4 little snowballs on each one.
Look at this chat room.
Oh, yeah.
How weird is that? I just noticed my camera's way up. There you go.
That smells...
Oh, there's a bunch of these in here. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, there's a ton.
And there's a packet of something.
Oh, there is?
Like Hello Kitty.
Yeah, it does. Oh, you know what it is, Brian? Because look at the picture on the front. There's somebody
the
making a
goo.
smile.
It's the
Yeah.
pink goo packet.
Yeah, we got to do goo.
Oh, you have to squirt it on?
Yeah. Here, pull that out. It's
Oh,
like a
there
little...
is that in there.
It's a ketchup packet, except it's got sweet goo in it.
Look at that. It's got a little strawberry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It'd be funny it'd be funny to substitute this goo in at a McDonald's for a ketchup packet and just watch the hilarity ensue.
Oh yeah, watch some poor kid just go.
Does it taste like ketchup?
That's a good distraught kid voice.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. I'm gooping it on. Here, chat.
Are you gonna do a little happy face like I am?
I'm gonna try. Here we go.
I'm gonna do the Ibit Bomb face actually.
Oh, I guess that thing made me laugh so hard yesterday. Okay, I've got a face. It's not very good. Here you go.
I just smeared mine on evenly.
Here's my strawberry.
Oh, mine. Yeah, nice. See, it's starting to drip. It's starting to look like a devil clown or something. Okay. I don't trust this, but here we go.
This is too much work.
It is a lot of work.
It also smells way too sweet.
Might be the best thing that we've had out of this box.
Yeah, maybe.
Tastes like Hello Kitty too.
It tastes like one of them, like those strawberry shortcake dolls my sisters had. It tastes like that smells.
If you could,
oh yeah.
Ugh. And that is to say, artificial and not real. Ugh. I don't like this.
It's really, really good if you're 5.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'll be eating one of these, and I'll be passing the rest of these on to the D&D group on Friday night.
Yeah. Hey, I told you Carter started one of those. Isn't that cool? Our kids are doing D&D groups. That's amazing.
Totally.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Twin children of different parents.
You know who's happy about that? Geek and Sundry's D&D show's own Liam O'Brien, voice of Illidan Stormrage. He thinks it's amazing that our kids are doing this, and so he's all for it.
Cool.
Yeah,
we'll have to we'll have to pay for him to fly out to each of our D&D groups as a special guest voiceover artist for.
Totally. He could yell, "You're not prepared" all the time. Here's the thing about.
No, he would yell, "Critical hit."
He totally could. He's such an interesting, cool guy. But he when he was doing his D&D group with all these voice actors just in the house of the dude who was the DM, he would send me video clips of it all the time, like just offhand, like, "Hey, watch this. This is totally funny" or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we have to make. You just need to set up a recorder somewhere." Get a mic in there, and I'll put this on the Frog Pants. We'll make a whole show for it. We'll go crazy with this. We'll just make this awesome thing.
Right.
And then Felicia Day and her people swooped in and scooped it up.
Yeah.
And took it away. The Returning.
Geek and the Sundry.
Wait, is it The Returning?
Sailed in on their pirate ship.
What'd you call that show? The Returning?
They Returned.
The Returned. There you go. I'm going to end everything with The Returned. The Return. All right. Daryl, let's do this now. Let's do this thing.
As we're dangerously close to Orko Iris Tasty Face.
Like a rat in a maze. That's what that reminded me of. All right, Daryl, this today in Trek history. What's going on today?
Well, way back in 1967, on this day, they scored the TOS episode "The City on the Edge of Forever," and it was composed by Fred Steiner.
Oh wow, it's not just a normal. I don't remember the music being all that special. Is it noted for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they used the music that was made for this on lots of other episodes.
Oh, I didn't know that. That seems cheap.
Yeah, use some of that city music. Nobody will notice.
Yeah, we're only here for another season.
And some of it they did only use on that show.
Oh, really? That's weird. That's weird. Well, that's good though. That's still, once again, that show crops up as some of their best work.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good news for everyone. It's time for Daryl to answer his question. The pressure is on. Daryl, your options again are the price, vengeance factor, imaginary friend, or liaisons. These are your options. Which of those do you choose?
Well, when you played the clip, I thought, what is this from? Some lost episode I've never seen?
Mm-hmm.
So this is not good. Because I don't remember any of it at all.
No memory at all. That's crazy. I remember it. I remember not liking it.
Yeah, I remember, and I think I even remember. I'd probably give something away, so I won't say anything more. But
yeah, I think.
But it's a Troy-centric storyline,
and there's a big moral question, right?
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Big question about what is
allowable.
Yeah.
When you have certain abilities.
When you've got certain powers. What is allowed? All right. So.
Oh boy.
So what say you?
I couldn't tell you what the name of that episode was, but I remember the episode.
Yeah, same.
Let's see. Imaginary friend. It wasn't. I don't think it was that. Vengeance.
Yikes.
Vengeance will be Troy's. You could hear that on there.
The price. Liaisons. I'm just seeing what jumps out. And nothing does.
Nothing's jumping. Jumping Liaisons is my favorite 80s dramedy.
It's going to be a bad week.
Yeah.
I have circled Vengeance just because the audio doesn't ring a bell and this name doesn't ring a bell, so maybe that they go together.
All right. So the two that seem least connected probably are, is what you're saying?
I guess.
All right, well, you seem real certain on that. Let's find out if you're right. Is his answer the Vengeance Factor? Is it? No, it's not. It's two in a row. The price, the Federation. It's the price. The Federation is bidding for the rights to use a stable wormhole. Several delegates from various species are bidding on it. Mendoza is helping them. They got to get Mendoza. The wormhole ends up not being stable, and some Ferengi get stranded in the Delta Quadrant after using it. This also is the episode where Lloyd Braun uses his telepathic powers to violate Troy in her sleep, basically.
That's right.
He, I don't know what he's done.
And the moral question is, can you use your powers in a negotiation like that, where you can see if the person is going to back down and
yeah. Plus he's pervy. He's all pervy and stuff.
He's total pervy. Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Well,
so did your lag.
Daryl went to Sweden there for a second.
That's all right. I liked it. I'm in love with it. There you go. That was yesterday looking at Brian's broken 3D head.
At my 3D head, yeah.
A listener sent that link and said you have to capture this. Or I
can't wait to actually generate the 3D Ibit bomb head.
That thing takes so long to generate. That app takes ages to,
it does,
to poop that thing out. And what's funny is it does its cute thing like, still thinking.
Right.
Still thinking.
Give me just a little more time. I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. And then at the end it says, finishing. And I'm like, oh, okay, this will be done in a second. Next time I look at it, it says finalizing.
Processing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
How do you go from finishing to finalizing?
Right.
So lame. Let's see if it ever finished. I kind of gave up.
It's a lot of work to generate that kind of thing, though.
Let me see if it worked finally.
Did you build one?
Yeah, I made one for Nick. All right, let's see what he looks like. Tap to preview. And nothing's happening. I may have done... I did a terrible job.
Yeah, that's a thing that's going to take some practice. You will not get good results on the very first 3D capture you do with that thing. But
what is this thing? What am I missing out?
It's a weird ass thing. I don't know.
It's an app called 123D Capture. 123D. What was it called?
Capture 123. Capture 123. Oh no, 123D.
It's 123D
Capture,
something. Right. Capture.
Yeah, I think Capture.
And it's an app you take your phone and you take multiple pictures of an object or a person or even a building. And it tells you kind of where to orient the camera for each of the pictures so that you get a finger scrollable 3D image that you can just kind of spin around and look at. And
it's a really cool idea. It isn't working entirely yet.
Right.
Has been my experience.
I'll have to try that.
I'm sending my pitch. Yeah. I'm sending this horrible version to Nick because he was my subject. He had to sit still while I did it. Daryl's the Trek Nerd on Twitter. You can find him there. And at This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com, as well as the Grumpy Cast. He will now treat us with civility and play a little game with us. Daryl, what do you got there?
Is this a Star Trek method of death or not?
Here's your theme. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Phallic jacket.
Okay, go.
Frozen and
That's actually, could that be our question? Can we decide if phallic jacket is a method of death or not?
Sounds like one. All right, go ahead. What?
Frozen and shattered.
Frozen and shattered.
Frozen and shattered.
I remember something in Star Trek.
Yeah, I know
where
this
somebody was
on,
frozen and then someone pushed them over and they shattered.
I know this happened on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Did it? That's a spoiler.
It did happen on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hold on, Daryl can't hear us if we do it this way.
Holding my hand over my mouth so you can't see what we're saying.
He has no idea. He looks funny. Let's see.
I remember. I think I remember this too.
I don't know what from though. Are movies counted in this or no, Daryl? I can't remember.
We'll say no movies.
Okay, no movies.
I still think I remember this happening.
I do too. I don't know why it's so vivid for me. There's a recent comic I read, the Gotham what's it called? Gotham Central comics, which are amazing, by the way. There's a scene where a cop has this happen to him because Mr. Freeze is out there doing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I may be confusing them. I hope I'm not, but I think we're going to say yes, this is a method of death in Star Trek.
Okay. You're saying that.
That's what we're saying.
Final answer?
That's what we are saying.
Final answer.
Okay. On Enterprise, in A Mirror Darkly, Dr. Phlox did this to a Tholian.
Oh, see, we knew it.
Oh, wow.
See, we knew.
There we go.
So let's sing a song.
Transparent cloth.
Right.
I did hear the Daryl will never be singing again.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that.
Even sings it.
Do you feel bad? I feel a little bad.
I feel like a great number of voices all of a sudden cried out in pain. And
you know, that is right exactly as the script went in Star Wars. You
just
nailed
exactly like it. And
Nailed
then
it.
Silence suddenly.
Perfect. Couldn't have been better.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
Let's get into some news. It's brought to you by
Beyond the Playlist with J. Hammond C. Hammond is joined by Scott Johnson as Beyond the Playlist reaches episode 100.
Whoa.
Woohoo! Find it at jhammondc.com and wherever podcasts are found. Also, a big thank you to the producers and the Tadpool for supporting the show.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you, J. Hammond C. You're awesome. That show is fantastic.
It's really well done. It's extremely well done, and I had a ball. It's my second time on, and it's just fun to talk to that guy. He's
Heck yeah.
Genuine, smart dude.
He really is. Nice as all get out.
Yeah. He's short, but he'll kill you, so watch out.
He will.
Yeah.
I've seen him cut a man.
Game of Thrones. Speaking of Game of Thrones, were we speaking of Game of Thrones? I think we were. Talking about Veronica.
We were. We talked a little bit about Veronica's excellent coverage of it, from what I hear.
She did a great job. She had an awesome dress.
Big thanks to Sazri, who pointed out that you can actually still go to the Game of Thrones Facebook page and watch a replay of the red carpet thing from last night and
that's
see
very cool.
Veronica and all of her interviewage.
Yeah, let's see. It's right here, in fact. Who's that lady? Hold on. That's not it. Oh, here it is. Dragon is made. Let's see if we can skip ahead on it. We'll just see a little scene here.
Oh, cool. Can we hear some?
I think so.
Where she asks somebody about the robot arms.
Oh, here we go. There's a big HBO sign. They're talking. They got music now. I guess I'm telling you things you can hear. There's a big stretch limo pulling up. There's Veronica.
I'm Mara Raphael from the Daily Share on HLN. Florida Harris, I'm Veronica Belmont from the sci-fi fantasy community, The Sword and Laser.
Oh, wow. Sword and Laser got
a
big
little plug for Sword and Laser.
Nice. All right, let's skip that so we can get her talking to here's some fans.
Definitely kill Cersei.
That seems to be the prevailing feeling around here tonight. We also got the fans at home to get...
Dude, hats off to Veronica. I'd be shitting my pants.
Yeah, right.
That is a big audience. That is some crazy stuff.
Oh my God, you're Brienne of Tarth. What are you doing here?
I mean, yes. Were you excited about this? Like, I would have a hard time controlling myself.
Right, exactly.
She did a good job. Okay, let's.
Oh my God, you can walk, Bron.
Why is this all zapped out? That's weird. Hold on, let me. Okay, it's fixed now. Hey, check it out. Game of Thrones series will spoil the plot for readers. Hey, readers, good luck. Good luck with this season, because it's going to spoil a bunch of stuff you don't know about yet. Oh, no. That's terrible. Much to your dismay, avid Game of Thrones readers will be no longer the ones that are all caught up and know what's happening.
Holy cow. You mean you'll find out about something in the adaptation if you didn't read the books?
Well, even then, what they're saying is even if you've read them, even if you've read them all, they're going to do stuff that hasn't been in the books yet.
Exactly.
That's the scary stuff.
Yeah.
Showrunners D.B. Weiss and David Benioff. Yeah, I don't care either. Confirmed. I mean, not about them. I mean, the idea of being spoiled. Confirmed to the Oxford Union, the show will be ending sooner than the books will, and they will be spoiling plot stuff as a result. We kind of knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. The shows have to come out every year, but George can't quite keep up with that kind of pace.
Sure. I bet it's hard.
He's only one man. He's only one suspender, Peaky Blinders hat wearing man.
All right. I wonder if he has blades in there. That'd be cool.
Ooh, that'd be cool. He'd be the king of blades.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different reference. All of a sudden, I'm channeling StarCraft.
I like it. The king of blades, hanging out with Kerrigan. Hey, baby.
Book 7 in Game of Thrones is a hat of blades.
Oh, that'd be amazing. But here's the worry I have. So I don't know how has HBO said how many total seasons? Because at some point you got to end this thing. I mean, you can't go too far past like what he could even write.
Who knows?
So I don't know.
He could potentially map out the direction for the show and then do, stop the books at a certain point, but say, the show could continue. Here's kind of where I see all these characters going from there.
Well, plus it's such a monster hit that I don't know if they want to end it, but maybe he doesn't care. I don't know. But I guess what they've said is they've been talking to him. They know what's coming up. So they're going to be spilling beans on certain plot issues this season that nobody's been able to read yet. That will, in theory, end up in the books if George follows through and puts them in the books. So anyway, that's something to watch for. Snoop Dogg. We talked about this barely yesterday, but I wanted to bring it up again.
Snoopy Poopy Poop Dog.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. He's set to executive produce an HBO series, speaking of HBO, with Menace to Society director Alan Hughes. That's an old movie. Is he still making movies? Hold on. Alan Hughes.
Does he have anything more recent we can talk about on his profile?
Well, there he is. It says here he is the director of... Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. It was part of a TV show called Touching Evil in 2004, and then nothing until 2013 where he did producing, and then another executive producer. Let's see, director. Oh, he's making a new Roots. Whoa. Alex Haley's Roots. I wonder if they'll bring Jordy back to be in the main role again. That'd be cool.
Who knows?
Let's see. Broken City, Dr. Dre, I Need a Doctor. It's a video short. Oh, he directed Book of Eli with his brother. That was the last major thing he did. So,
all right.
So there you go.
That's good.
Yeah, I like that movie. Quite a bit, actually. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, yeah. He's going to make this show on HBO with Snoop Dogg. And says this. Vultures reported that the unnamed series, which was announced during Snoop's South by Southwest panel, the Swixbeck panel, exactly, will take place in the early 80s in Los Angeles, follow a family whose seemingly idyllic life is turned upside down by the collision of their community and American politics. What? And Snoop described that the show will display the effect of Reaganomics on the inner city. There is no set premiere date for the show, but the talent behind it sounds promising so far. I wonder why Snoop. Snoop's everywhere. He was in some wrestling thing yesterday. Did you see that? Yeah, him and Hulk Hogan took down some dude. It was really weird.
It's a little 1980s period piece.
Yeah, I guess. People are starting to look at that decade as a place to make a period piece movie.
Right.
I don't like that at all. That makes me unhappy.
Hey, the Goldbergs do it well.
I guess so. And I guess the Americans is supposed to be really good. The one about the spies.
Does that take place in the 80s?
Yeah, it's all in the 80s Cold War Russian spy thing. It's supposed to be really good. Squarespace.com is sponsoring the show. Look, you like Game of Thrones and you saw Veronica's coverage and you said, damn it, now is my time to make a Hodor fan page and put everything about Christian Nairn there is to say about that fine man. He's Irish too. He lives in Belfast.
Does he?
He hasn't
Where
found...
does he keep those guns?
Yeah, where you got those guns, Tommy? Any excuse. Yes. Anyway, if you love him and you want to put all his pictures up there and all that kind of stuff, it's easy to do with Squarespace.com. All the tools you need, including the ways to sell everything. Just have a great time using the best tools on the internet to make the best web page you can. Make the internet better. That's what I'm saying. Save 10% too when you check out by using the code MORNING. That's morning at checkout at squarespace.com. In further news, are you familiar with the Pope? You know what his deal is?
Oh, he's that guy who rides around in that thing.
The mobile.
And he waves that thing and he wears the hat. Yeah, I know that guy.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I know that guy. He and I, we don't get along.
Well, he picked up a pizza in his Pope mobile.
I saw this.
And they say, this headline says it was probably the most Italian thing of all time.
And then he got angry and he threw it on the roof of the Vatican and drove off.
Oh, that would have been amazing. And then, now listen, you're not supposed to throw pizzas. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Pizza. Thanks, BuzzFeed.
Vincenza Gilligan says, no more throwing the pizzas up on top of the Vatican.
It's a jerk a move. What do you think, Jonathan Banksy? I will kill him. That's terrible Italian.
All right.
Pope Francis earlier this month said this one thing that bugged him about being pontiff was not able to go out unnoticed to get pizza. At least one Neapolitan, sympathized with the Pope in a fearless act caught on video. Pizzeria owner Enzo
Calciali.
Thank you. The new Game of Thrones or the new Assassin's Creed character ran toward the Pope's motorcade in Naples, the legendary home of the pizza, and handed the pontiff a personal pie. I don't like all these peas. Pope Francis reached down and accepted the offering, which had two papa spelled out on the dough on the top. Oh, is that a IL?
I think it's IL, yeah.
No, that was like a Roman number 2.
Well, capital I, lowercase L, yeah. I think, well...
Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
So it was a thin crust base with yellow cherry tomatoes, ricotta topped off with personalized inscription. And when the E Papa or whatever Il Papa, sped past in his Pope mobile on Sunday, he slowed down to pick that up. It was amazing. There's a video, and he stops and picks up the pizza. He's the coolest Pope they've ever had, as Catholic popes go.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah,
guy's a badass.
You like Francis. So much better than Benedict, man.
Benedict was like, you will listen to what I have to say? You will not have the abortion?
Takemi Kazuch confirms that Il Papa is Italian for the Pope.
Oh, really? Oh, that's real creative. The Pope
yes,
on your
well
pizza?
Well done.
Yeah. Why couldn't it have been something creative? Like, I don't know, something else.
Popeza.
Or nice hat or something.
Right.
The Pope. I don't like that. That's an awesome story, though, and it's great. And you should go watch the video, everybody. It's on BuzzFeed. Just go search for it and you can watch it. Oh, look at this. This is good news. The Russo Brothers, they directed The Winter Soldier.
Okay, cool.
They're directing Avengers Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2. So the next 2 Avengers movies after Age of Ultron are not Joss Whedon joints, although he may have something to do with story. We don't know. But he is not directing those 2. Instead, they'll be directed by the Russo Brothers, who did, I think, an amazing job with Winter Soldier. And Winter Soldier is still right up there tied with Avengers for my favorite Marvel movie.
I
loved it.
As far as like... The two of them operate on very different levels. Like Avengers is so action packed and just satisfies that whole desire to see all those heroes together. Winter Soldier is that that crime thriller, that superhero action thriller that we need.
Like a 70s conspiracy Cold War thriller kind of movie, and I love that about it. I absolutely love that about Winter Soldier. I think some people who didn't like it maybe missed that point. That it wasn't meant to just be another action fest. I mean, it had plenty of that, but it was also supposed to be kind of this, I wouldn't call it smart. I mean, the story's pretty standard, right? But just well edited and just created all the tension you needed and gave you all the right people to hate and all the right people to like and all the right people that you thought you hated but you kind of sympathize for. And it's just a great movie. Yeah, so I'm excited that they're doing it. I think that's great. Badass digest
one, and it's a good one to have those two doing too.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it at all. They're about to go into production on Captain America: Civil War. That's the next movie they're directing. So they're actually doing the next Captain America, and then they're back to the Avengers back-to-back films after that.
Nice.
Those are scheduled for 2018 and 2019. So
oh man, I'm so excited for movies this summer.
Yeah. Do you think by 2019 though
fall.
Do you think it'll be? I mean, okay, I don't want to freak anyone out here. Especially me, Brian. So I'm going to hold something while I say this. But in 2019,
yeah,
I'll turn 50. I'll turn 50.
Yeah,
that sounds crazy. So
whatever.
Will you. So will you. I know everyone ages.
Just tells you how long you've been
around
out of the womb.
I know, and everyone does it. We're all doing it. I get it. So that's fine. We turn 50. But how old will Robert Downey Jr. be? He can't be Iron Man anymore then, can he? He'll be in his 60s.
So there'll be some. I'm sure there'll be some turnover, and they'll do the best they can to make it not jarring for the viewer.
Either that, or he'll turn the suit over to like Don Cheeto.
Right, to Rhodey.
That'd be all right.
Who also went through a change.
Maybe we'll get Beta Ray Bill as Thor.
Oh, see?
Yeah. Maybe, just
I'd
maybe.
love to see Beta Ray Bill.
Maybe we'll get.
I mean, I'd like to see Beta Ray Bill as well as.
Maybe we'll get the Wasp, and someone will step on her, and she'll die, and we won't have to deal with the Wasp anymore.
Well, we're gonna get the Wasp. We're gonna get Janet Van Dyne in the Ant-Man movie.
Oh, that's right. Is that confirmed? Yeah. She's in it.
Isn't I know there's a Van Dyne in there, and is it not Janet Van Dyne?
It's gotta be. They've got to be putting her in there, right?
Unless it might be her daughter, which I'm trying to remember. It was Selma Blair, right? If I remember correctly. Oh no, Evangeline Lilly.
Oh, she'll be great.
Yeah,
she's already
Hope Van Dyne.
She's already kind of a.
And I don't see a Janet Van Dyne in the cast list. Who knows? You know, it might.
Well, this article on HitFix says latest Ant-Man casting news lends weight to Wasp as S.H.I.E.L.D. agent theory. Hold on. I'm looking here. Okay. Oh, this is a giant article. TLDR. Not reading that now. All right. Let's take a break. Before we do, HelloFresh.com wants to come knock at your door and leave something there. What is it they leave there? Well, it's this big, awesome meal kit, really, where all the ingredients, farm fresh, ready to go, non-spoiled, right at your door, ready for this amazing meal to make. And where did you get that meal? Well, from their actual chefs who said on their website, here's this thing we're making this week. And you said, sure, I'll get that. It came to your house. You make it in 30 minutes or less. I'm doing this all in the past tense, but it's the future tense for you people. Here's the deal. We've got this deal going right now that I absolutely love. For 3 free meals, 3 of them, all you got to use is the code MorningStream at checkout. That's insane. 3 free meals.
That's 3 more than previous.
Yeah.
It used to be just 1 meal.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. 3. Gosh, dang it. 3. MorningStream at checkout will get you 3 free meals at HelloFresh.com. And I recommend you go do it and do it right now. All right, Brian, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the usual Tuesday crew, Jerry and Bill. We'll get to them in a minute. Before that, Brian has music. Do you?
I like both of them. I like both of those people.
Great.
Hello, Scott and Brian, says Ron. My fiance Samantha and I are getting married on March 19th. We love the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Muse. Anything related to them would be great. Otherwise, the Darius Rucker Burger King song would be fine too, I guess. Love the show, though. Ron.
All right.
So this was one that was going to air last week for TMS PM, and I had to push it to this week. So hope you guys had a great wedding. Hope everything went well, and congratulations on your nuptials. How about a cover of Muse's Madness? This is performed by Basement Alchemy, which here's one of those things that, you know, I saw a bunch of these covers on Amazon and YouTube by Basement Alchemy, and I thought, all right, well, it's another thing like Boyce Avenue and, you know, all these things that try to sound just like the original so that you can download those copyright, or not copyright free, but licensing free, or with a different licensing arrangement, and cheaper than getting the actual music.
Yeah.
However, I was really happily surprised to find out Basement Alchemy is not a sound-alike cover band. Like, really, really good stuff. It's one guy, and he is amazingly talented, really, really talented, and you're going to like this. Here is his cover of Muse's Madness. This is awesome.
I can't get these memories out of my mind, but some kind of madness has started to evolve, and I tried so hard to let you go, but some kind of swallowing me whole, and I have finally seen the light, and I have finally realized what you dream. Come on and rescue me. Yes, I know I can be wrong, and maybe I'm too headstrong, but our love is.
In January 1982, the Commodore 64 personal computer was introduced with a 64K built-in memory for under $600. So to stay even with Commodore in memory and price, IBM will have to slash its price, quadruple its memory. Apple will also be faced with a sizable chore, and so will Atari. As Shearson American Express put it, the Commodore 64 could be the microcomputer industry's outstanding new product introduction since the birth of the industry.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
This is the morning stream. That's some sweet weed, man.
What?
And we're back. Hello, we're back. It was a rousing, nice song. I like that a lot.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really good. Actually, some of my favorite covers have been this week so far. I guess we only had 2 days, but really liked yesterday's too. A lot. Oh, and you put me down some rabbit hole. I started listening to, what's it called? Shiny Toy Guns. What is it?
Oh, yeah. Shiny Toy Guns. They're awesome.
Really good. Great albums.
They're Burning for You is well, we played that. The Major Tom cover is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
It's really, really good.
Are.
All right. It's bill time. Hold on. Again, I'll have my keyboard thing worked out. Don't send me emails.
Do you get a lot of concern over that?
I do. People are and it's not that they're all being super nice. It's just I'm just aware of it. And it's not, I don't want to discourage people, obviously, with feedback or fixes or whatever. It's just in this particular case, it's well in hand. I just need the time to get it all tweaked. All right. I'm woefully ill-prepared. Hold on. Let's see. We got to play this right here. Who is Bill Clinton? No, that's not the right Bill. Here it is.
Yeah.
All right, there's Bill. Hey, Bill. How's it going?
Morning, you guys.
Hey, dude. How are you?
Doing okay.
Are you all recovered from your trip? I guess it's been over a week, so you're good now, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally.
Back to the usual. Back to the normal.
Just the normal, making space guns, building armor, like you do.
Hey, when's Emerald City? Is that this coming week?
I'm glad you asked. Yes, it is. It's coming up this week in just a couple of days.
Oh, man. And you're all set, though. You got your sweet new costume and your stink bag. You're ready to go, man.
Stink bag will travel.
Oh, yeah. That's the name of my new blog.
Bill's stink bag.
I decided to build a helmet, so I did that yesterday. So I'm adding a little things, but yeah, you're right. I'm good to go. Totally fine. I got. I don't know if you can see. There are a crap ton of books behind me.
Yeah, what's that?
Boxes of books for me to sell at Emerald City Comic.
Oh yeah, because you got. Did you get a booth this year or what?
Yeah, I'm a guest at the convention. They gave me a booth. I'll be running panels. I'll be doing the costume contest thing, and I'll be at my booth. That's slinging books.
That's awesome. That's very cool. People should come check you out. Do you have a booth number they should look for, or just
U10?
U10. All right, we're gonna believe you.
U10.
If you are in Seattle this weekend and you're going to Emerald City Comic Con, duh, stop by and buy one of his damn books for heaven's sakes. Bill is our fitness geek, comes on the show every Tuesday, talks about ways that we nerds can find greater happiness and long life in our health and fitness, even though we like to sit around and play video games a lot. Bill, what's on tap today?
You guys, do you know there's one thing about me that makes me unique from most other people on the planet?
You have a twin.
That's right. You nailed it. It turns out that I'm glad you didn't say it was my smell.
Oh,
makes you not unique when compared to one other person in the public.
One other person, yeah.
Your bag stink. By the way, your twin is sporting a beard right now that is epic, man.
Legendary.
Yeah.
You got it. He is battling one. Him and Jerry are going to, if they stand near each other, their beards will
beard off.
They'll merge or something. Anyway.
So it turns out when it comes to measuring the effects of exercise on different people, that it's kind of tricky to tell, what the factor is that makes the most difference, right? Apparently, genetics and your upbringing play a major role in the effectiveness of exercise on your body. However, that did not stop researchers in Finland. They are notoriously scientifically minded, I think, in Finland. There's an article on the New York Times blog about it. They have a program called Fin Twin 16, which I think is fantastic.
Wow.
So they wanted to study pairs of twins who, during the natural course of their lives, drastically diverged in their approaches to fitness, where one twin was more sedentary than the other.
Sure. I always wonder about this because you do sometimes see it, especially when they split up. You'll see them together again, and one guy will be a little chunky, a little gaunt, or whatever the differences will be, and it's kind of jarring. It's a little weird.
Oh yeah, are basically a perfect science experiment control batch, right? Because you're a lot of the same.
All the genetics are the same in the beginning,
all the genetics
right?
the same, right? So yeah, you're like one of you is control, the other one is variable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I've been slowly introducing a poison into Rob's food every day.
Nice.
To test the effects.
Nice.
Hopefully he's not listening. All right. Anyway.
Inconceivable.
Apparently it's really hard to find pairs of twins because you said they're genetically similar, but they also have similar upbringings. So for example, Rob and I were basically the same exact upbringings until we hit college, until we went our separate ways. Which we did diverge, actually. I went off, stopped exercising completely, and got super fat.
Yeah.
And Rob stayed on the swim team, and he stayed fairly slender. So we would actually be a pretty good candidate for this.
Yeah, you guys would be a good test batch.
Yes.
It is, I have an uncanny valley thing when I see you two. I've never really brought this up before, but there's always, with twins in general, there's always just enough of a difference where you're not like the Double Mint twins on that commercial where it's perfect. Like they've been, not only do they look a lot alike because they're twins, but also makeup and hair and everything has been tweaked for that commercial to be exactly the same. But when you guys are around each other, the subtle differences in the way that you have evolved physically over time, kind of jarring, kind of throws me off. Makes me feel funny inside. Anyway, sorry. Continue on.
Okay, so in all of Finland, they found 10 pair of male twins that fit their criteria.
Were they all see-through? They were transparent, like little baby fish. You could see their heartbeat because they were Finnish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's how, it makes it easier to collect data.
Sure.
You just shine a light behind them. They started collecting data on these pairs of twins when they were 16 years old and gathered more information every couple of years afterwards. And they found results.
Whoa.
Want to hear what they found out?
I'm dying to know.
Okay, so the twin that was sedentary had lower endurance, higher body fat percentage, signs of insulin resistance, and significantly less gray matter in their brain, specifically in areas involved in motor control and coordination.
Whoa.
Wow. The first part of that would make sense, right? You expect a higher fat, higher body mass, or body fat index and more sedentary and all that, but gray matter being affected.
Well, yeah. So it turns out like the food intake was fairly similar with most of these. They found out like just in general, twins eat similarly. But exercising more, apparently, according to the study, would stimulate brain growth in those areas, right? You've got to make neural pathways for learning how to get that hand-eye coordination that comes with exercise, especially if you play sports where there's a very specific, skill set you got to hone in. Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
That is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about your current match for one another in terms of, how closely you two match now in terms of, health and fitness and all that? Because you look a lot alike to me now.
We do.
The beard's throwing me off a tad, but other than that,
it does. But that can change overnight.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like you in more complete cosplay. Like that photo of him in that sweet costume he made. I don't know what that's supposed to be based on, but I love it. Where he's leaning up against the stone wall in that thing. What's that? What is he supposed to be? It's like
it's a dude from Dragon Age, Blackwall.
Okay, Blackwall. That's it.
Yeah.
his beard is so perfect for that thing. Yeah, yours and your little sci-fi getup is just as great because it's nice and shorn and short and cropped and everything the way you would be if you were in space. Nobody has a giant beard in space.
No, that's
right.
Yeah,
that helps.
It's bad for gravity.
Seal,
bad for gravity.
Yeah, you got to be a hermit.
You got
to
to
have
seal your helmet on.
Yeah,
your like space helmet. Beards can be an issue.
Yeah, this
Right.
this is true.
So do you guys is your exercise regimen fairly parallel right now? Like, do you guys do the same kinds of things, or
we both like bicycling, so that's pretty good. Right now though, I haven't been doing that. That's more of a factor of my environment though. I don't have a good biking area around here, and I don't have a gym. And Rob, the apartment where he lives, has a gym. So he'll go off and do that. So yeah, again, not all factors are not all similar enough to really compare those things right now.
Well, I hope that in future you once again merge into the exact DNA specimens you once were when you popped out the womb.
And then we'll just get naked and climb back into the womb.
Hubba hubba.
Super awesome.
Your mom will love that. She's thrilled at that prospect, I'm sure. Well, that's good news. And by the way, have you ever wondered how small or how big or what size Hodor's mom must have been? I always wonder about that.
I've never wondered that.
I wonder if she's just a little Irish
but she's
lady.
wrecked now. I mean,
I made cabbage again, Christian. Come get your cabbage. And when he was little, he just seemed fine. But when he got big, she must have just thought, I cannot believe I pushed that out of my loins. Anyway, just a side note.
Good gravy.
Well, Bill, it's always good to talk to you. Of course, Emerald City Comic Con happening this weekend. Everybody should check you out there and follow you on Twitter as to what's going on at Chinbeard. Anything else you want to mention?
That's about it. Really just sort of focusing on that this week. And it's going to be really fun. I think basically all the tickets are sold out for Emerald City. But even if you didn't get a ticket, the convention center in Seattle is really pretty open. I know a lot of people who just kind of show up and like hang out in the food court. So if you're a Seattle person, you haven't been to Emerald City yet, and you didn't get a ticket, just show up. Just come hang out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. See Scott Kurtz, tell him he's a turd, and play more heroes. Tell him that when you see him.
Oh, okay.
Play heroes every day.
Bill, stay out of trouble. It's always good to talk to you, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it. See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, now I'm gonna add somebody else to the call. That's Doppler effect. Pretty good, right?
I do like that you feel like you need to keep announcing it.
Well, this isn't the right thing. I'm doing the wrong keyboard again, gosh dang it. All right, here he is. Here comes Justin. In theory, I have not confirmed this with him, but, he's usually there. Usually,
we didn't get a negative. I won't be available.
False positive, whatever it is.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
That name would be Justin Robert Young. Hello, Justin.
Who's not going to be here?
No, nobody. We knew
nobody's not.
Nobody's not going to be here, man. We knew you were going to be here. We knew that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, rain or shine, baby.
Yeah, Jim, rain or shine. Hey, what's going on? How are you? How was your week?
Week's been good so far.
You sound
pretty
great.
jam packed. I got a pretty busy week coming up on the other end of it. So starting Thursday, I got 5 games in 6 days, and I got a bunch of people coming in for wrestling over the weekend. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a real hullabaloo.
You're doing that. What's that thing in San Francisco? Crap. They're like video game characters often that are dressed up as wrestlers, and then they fight at that bar. What's it called? There's something in San Francisco.
Hood Slam.
Yeah, Hood Slam. Are you all up in that?
I love Hood Slam. No, we've been going for the last couple months, and this week, I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They have 3 shows, one show each night, which is rare because they normally go once a month. But because it's WrestleMania weekend here in San Francisco, they're really blowing it all out, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, as a wrestling fan, and as a, I could be wrong here, but if I was to guess, you probably appreciate 90s gangster era rap of various sorts?
Huge fan.
Okay, so NWA and Snoop and all, whoever, you're all up in that. So here's the question. Yesterday I saw some clip of Hulk Hogan and Snoop Dogg in the ring fighting, I don't remember who.
I think they were both on Raw last night.
Raw, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the other wrestler was, but between the Hulkster and Snoop Dogg, they creamed this guy, took him down, and so it just brought up this question to me: what is happening with Snoop Dogg? And he's got this deal with HBO with a new series he's working on. Is there like a revival of sorts happening with Snoop Dogg that I was unaware of? Are we about to enter Snoop Dogg 3.0?
Snoop-a-sance?
Yeah, Snoop-a-sance.
Listen, man, in many ways, the big boy never left, sir. Like he has been here the entire time. Snoop Dogg has had a remarkable career.
Yeah,
he's got a very popular YouTube series where he just gets high with people.
Is that? I've seen clips of that someplace, like on Vine or something, where he just is chewing somebody out, but there's just so much pot in the air you can barely see him. That must be from that. No,
yeah, he is just like he's totally he's become, he's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. Like he has become more than just a man. Right. He has become something greater, and it transcends what you would have imagined like Snoop Dogg's ceiling was back in like '94, right? Because he does Doggy Style, which, for whatever you might think of gangster rap, it represents kind of a high water mark for music production and stuff like that with Dr. Dre, and has just such a signature great sound. Something that even if you listen, the hottest rap album, New York's hottest club. The best rap album out right now, the one that's getting the most buzz, is Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly," which is amazing. It's really, really good, but it is evocative of that production of Doggy Style of that album, right? So coming out of there, he gets popped for a murder rap like almost immediately afterward.
Yeah,
I don't even think he gets his second album out before he's on trial for murder. And if you're to say then that in 2015, ESPN is airing a reality show where he is the doting, if intense, father for his son playing high school football, which is actually happening right now on a Disney network.
Yep.
And the Disney Corporation is cutting Snoop Dogg, somebody who gets high with celebrities on YouTube and was once on trial for murder, checks for being a father. And I don't say that to say that he shouldn't do it. It's just, for whatever reason, he kind of is this, he almost has the same aesthetic that Willie Nelson has, where like it doesn't really matter what Willie Nelson does, everybody just still kind of loves him.
Yeah, you love him no matter what. That's true.
Beyond the pot parallels, but like there's nothing that dude can't do.
Yeah, it's funny because that reality show, I was watching some clips from it somewhere, I don't remember what for, and it's Snoop being Snoop, but he's also being like real supportive. He's at all the games, way behind his son's football thing, and then the son is the most like not Snoop Dogg guy I've ever seen in my life. Like he doesn't want to smoke pot, he can't stand the stuff, he wishes his dad would quit. Like it's a really, really interesting thing. But to me, this all parallels or looks a lot like, in some ways, the rise of Ice Cube in the common culture, except Ice Cube went a very different kind of even further sort of way. So you got, the birth of NWA and that whole thing. And I'm speaking as a complete non-expert on his career for the most part. But, generally speaking, gangster rap, F the police, blah, blah, blah. Rough early kind of everybody wants to explicit lyrics those guys into the grave. And then he continues on, and maybe the Fridays movies are the next big point where everybody kind of notices him, and it's still a little bit raw, and it's still a little bit, street and this and that. And then he starts doing kids movies until the end of time. It's an odd place for where Ice Cube has come to weird places.
The difference is that number one, Ice Cube can act in a way that Snoop can't.
Yeah.
Snoop can act like Snoop, but you don't really want to watch an hour of Snoop unless you are like a super Snoop fanboy.
Right.
And you've seen some kind of direct-to-video sort of movies and stuff like that. But by and large, he is somebody that can play a cameo.
Right.
Ice Cube can be the star of a movie, as you saw with Friday. And by the way, even beyond NWA, you listen to some of Ice Cube's solo albums that he did after NWA.
Yeah.
And there is stuff in there that, let's just say would not be particularly welcome, even in the rap community, in this day and age, even just because it's kind of outdated. I was re-listening to, I think it was Death Certificate. I'm sure somebody will correct me, but there's a song, Black Korea. Wherein, and this was, I'm sure, more of an issue in the era in which he wrote it, about Korean convenience store owners discriminating against black customers in the inner city.
Yeah.
And there are many a slur and stereotype that is used to express Mr. Cube's anger at such rioters in a way that is not appropriate in 2015.
You know, it'd be a fun trick. It would be this. Okay, so we live in the era of doing these kinds of mashups. We get a YouTube channel going where we take the lyrics from that song, we take that song, that rap piece, and we play it, loop it over the entire run of Are We There Yet from 2005. And then put that on YouTube, and then just watch the clicks come in. Because what a juxtaposition of the things he's saying in those songs, which come from this raw, it comes from a real place, right? Like I never once do I look at his work and go, oh, he didn't live that. He lived the life. He has the thing, and if he's full of discrimination in that case you cited, well, it's because it comes from somewhere, right? But then throw that up against Are We There Yet? Or Barbershop 2 or
and it's weird when you look at it in the Mad magazine fold in the middle and put the two sides together kind of way, like they kind of mismatch.
Right.
But when you look at the progression, it really doesn't seem all that weird. He goes NWA, he then is retaliating against the fact that he feels like NWA is becoming more of a pop act and he wants to be more of a rap act. So he does these solo albums, which are amazing and great, but are rawer than what NWA is. He then, is in this mode of like, all right, well, how can I continue to make this success? He looks at Friday, he makes Friday. He gets good reviews on that. It becomes a hit. And so now Ice Cube, and to this day, Ice Cube is one of the few people that the studio system will give money to star in a movie targeted toward African Americans.
Yeah.
Or the black community.
Sure.
Which it's him and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about it on this show, but I went to go see Top 5, the Chris Rock movie.
Oh, how was that?
I dug it. It's a bit of a messy movie, but the acting's really funny, and he's got a lot of funny people in it. And it's got one of the best musician cameos that I can remember in recent years. But you watch the trailers, 9 Kevin Hart movies.
Right.
Kevin Hart is the only person allowed to make movies for the black community right now. And it's like, it's Kevin Hart's got a white friend. Kevin Hart's got another white friend.
Kevin Hart goes to a wedding.
Hanging out with his black friends. It's nothing but Kevin Hart's going to college. Kevin Hart in space. Like,
I would watch that in a heartbeat. Get it? A heartbeat? Kevin Heartbeat? Get it? Yeah, I don't know what that's about. That actually, I was going to ask you about that. Kevin Hart. It's all Kevin Hart all the time right now. For a while there, it was what's his name that did the lady? Crap. What's his name?
Martin Lawrence?
No, the newer one. Medea.
The lady.
Medea.
Oh, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, it was all Tyler Perry all the time, and I feel like that's now off the air, and now it's all Kevin Hart all the time.
Well, no, now kind of the Tyler Perry niche. It's like, all right, well, we have Tyler Perry, and his stuff is very popular, but it is schlock with a capital SHIT. So if you take that and up it by quality by 5 degrees,
yeah,
you've got Lee Daniels, who makes maybe the most, it's like, like the rule in comedy where it's like, it's just a little too on the nose, right?
Yeah.
Lee Daniels knows no on the nose. Like it is like, the butler to the president, and like he has, it's right there, and he's found a huge following for it, including that Empire show, which just completely dominated television over its 12-week run in a way that no show has really dominated television for about 10 years.
What is it? Why does he have to say Lee Daniels presents in front of everything, though? Bugs me.
I think it's because of what we've just talked about. That there's only so many people that, for whatever reason, the studio system trusts to give money. So when you have a shot, you do not want anybody to mistake that you are not the person that is doing it, and you want them to understand that you are the one who is making this happen, and you are the one who deserves the money and the power for it.
Okay, I don't know. I guess I had never thought of it from that angle, but it just seemed like a strange. It's like saying, I don't know,
Scott Johnson's The Morning Stream.
Yeah, that would sound terrible, and I would hate saying it because it would sound so self-serving. And not that, I don't know. I hadn't considered what you said. Now that you've said what you've said, and that you've got to if they're going to give you the reins to that horse, you better ride that horse until that horse is glue. Well, then, okay.
Well, and you want anybody who is counting those beans, who's saying, like, oh, wait, did this movie make money? I don't know. Was it Forrest Whitaker's performance, or was it, the fact that we got, Rob Lowe to play a president or something like that? Like, oh, no, like it's Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels Presents. Oh, look, Lee Daniels Presents is the same dude who did the, black lady is the gonna give, not Emma Watson. Who's the other one?
I don't know.
Eric Jane.
Who's that other white lady? I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Emma.
No, the other one.
Stone.
Snaggletooth.
Stone.
Oh, the new one.
It shows Emma Stone that she's maybe not racist or something. The movie.
Gwen Stacy. Yeah.
Gwen Stacy, not Mary Jane.
Yeah, that's all right. Marijuana. We're back to Snoop. We did it. We did it. We got back to smoking weed every day in like 4 steps. That was amazing.
Yeah, no, it really is a crazy place. And the odd thing will be, like, if you look at the Snoop show that you were talking about, you gotta think that that's going to get greenlit, or that will get a better place than it would otherwise, because right now in Hollywood, everything that involves black culture with black leads is going to get greenlit because Empire did so well.
I didn't see any of that. It was good, yeah? I mean, I don't know.
There's so many good things about that, yeah.
I saw Jack Poop about it, but I watched it because it's got some people that I like. I mean, it's basically the 2 main leads from Hustle and Flow, which I really enjoyed. It's apparently like soapy with a capital S. Like it is very much Dallas level, but you slept not with my sister, but with her twin sister that we'd kept secret.
Wow, really? That is soapy. Ugh.
Yeah, no, it's stuff like that, and then they play a Timbaland beat and somebody raps.
It says a unique family drama set in the world of the hip hop empire. And so, what's the era here? Is it like 80s, 90s kind of thing?
Oh no, it's current, but it actually does the really interesting thing of making it about these people who are now running a music label and have kids, but were popular as artists in the 90s. You can have that, Biggie, Tupac, Big Pun, sort of aesthetic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet take place in modern times and have modern artists and have, because here's the other big thing about Empire is they're doing what Glee and Nashville and those kind of shows.
Smash.
It's Smash, which is let's do a show with music on it, and then we sell that song immediately after the show is over on iTunes.
I'm kind of all interested in this show now. I kind of want. I'm just digging through it here. I'm a kind of a big fan. I don't know why I'm such a big fan, but I kind of like everything I ever see what's his beak do?
Terrence
Terrence
Howard?
Howard, yeah.
Mhm.
I know supposedly he's a real pain to work with. A lot of
He
people
was
say
great on the Oscars.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was really good, and I liked him better as Brody in Iron Man. I think he should have stayed if he didn't have that big contract dispute.
Brody.
Yeah, what did I say, Brody?
Brody.
Oh, I meant Rhodey. What did I say? I did say Brody, didn't I?
You did say Brody.
Hey, Brody. What's up, Brody? Hey, man.
Brody, Adrian Brody.
And I liked him.
Yeah,
I liked him
dude,
in everything I've seen him in.
I think that would be. We've always been looking for a podcast to do together.
Yeah.
I feel like a limited run of the spoiler show where we watch Empire, just have the finally white America's take is crystallized on the smash hit Empire.
Oh, that's a pretty funny idea, actually. I don't hate that.
Here we go.
All right.
Finally, Salt Lake City and gentrified Oakland unite to weigh in critically on the smash hit Empire.
They go to Starbucks, and over a hot brew, they discuss black issues. Oh,
Discuss low mortgage rates and who they should have file their taxes for them.
Brilliant.
And also Empire.
White guys in podcasts getting coffee and talking about Empire.
There you go.
And talking about black culture.
Probably get sued for that. All right. Well, that's a great. I wasn't sure how far down this tube we'd go, but I've always been, listen, as a white, very white kid in the 80s and 90s who has no connection to the street, okay, at all. I'm admitting this up front. Always have been incredibly fascinated from afar at anything to do with that gangster rap era thing. I don't know why. It's just always been really interesting to me, and I dig it. I love Boys in the Hood, was it called? Yeah. Boys in the Hood?
Movie?
Boys in the Hood. Sure,
Boys in the Hood,
that's
the
a
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
couldn't remember the title for sure. Yeah, Boys in the Hood. Love that movie. It was great. Thought it was
The
awesome.
problem when you're naming stuff is if you hesitate, you either sound ignorant or racist, right? You sound
No,
ignorant, so
there's
you
no way
almost
to do it.
Do the
little bit.
right thing.
Yeah,
New Jack City?
The menace to society.
Menace to Psychiatry, dude. That's a great spinoff. Oh my gosh. No,
Well, no, I mean, because the music's amazing.
It
And a lot of
is,
those movies are really good.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I mean, again, you will likely, if there are subject matters that are mentioned in Doggy Style that you might find distasteful. However, if you just listen to the beats, just go ahead, go online, look up the track list for Doggy Style, and then just type in those words and instrumental in Google. And I will guarantee you that those beats, just as something to listen to while you're doing work, will be pleasing to your ears.
Mm-hmm.
It is an amazing feat of production. You know,
I agree.
And not that it needs to be justified because it's an absolute classic. But my thought on all this has always been just be honest to your own experience. You know, and if you're like, hey, listen, this was an album that for me came out of nowhere when I was very young and just totally opened my mind to so many other different things. I think that there's nobody that can say anything about that, right? It's just a great experience. It's just a really, really fun piece of art.
Yeah, you don't have to be. I mean, my feeling is you don't have to be from South Central to be allowed to enjoy all this stuff. Me and my friends, we had all. I mean, I know that his career's changed a lot too, but we had a lot of music from a lot. Well, I won't mention anybody specifically, but a lot of groups who now maybe are quote unquote gentrified themselves in terms of they've kind of gone the Ice Cube way, which is they're family movies or whatever. But at the time, they were making Ice-T was making stuff that I really liked a lot. So you had all these white kids in my high school walking around listening on our Walkmen. Is that the plural for Walkman? Walkmans?
Yeah, one Walkman, two Walkmen.
I guess so. But that's what we were listening to. We were listening to that stuff, and the Beastie Boys we thought were amazing when they first hit, and all this kind of stuff. But the entire time I'm thinking to myself, people are going to give me a hard time because I don't come from any of this, but I sure enjoy all of it.
Yeah.
It was a weird time for me. The only one we didn't listen to freaking who were the ones that were always had the naked chicks on the albums and they were Two Live Crew.
Two Live Crew.
Yeah. Two Live Crew was never in the cards for us for I don't know why. I maybe.
Oh man, that's my jam.
That's your jam. To me, it felt gimmicky. Like their whole gimmick was, let's see how far we can push that particular envelope, and I just didn't feel like it would have the lasting power.
But you want to know what?
And that kind of played out, I guess.
Listen to that Nasty As I Wanna Be today, and they were way ahead of the curve, and as it turned out, way ahead legally as well on sampling. Like that album is effectively what, if it were released today, would be thought of as a mashup album. They were rapping over, these weird artistic mashup kind of stuff, and like as it turns out, they were not sampling and they were not paying royalties. They were just kind of taking like Van Halen songs and rapping over them. But it's something that I think in today's day and age would be looked at far differently than it was back then.
Yeah, weren't they in a bunch of trouble then for that? It seems like they were.
They
Somebody
got
was.
into more trouble for an obscenity charge in my my hometown of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in Broward County, because they performed live and were arrested for obscenity, and they went to the Supreme Court with it and set legal precedent.
That's right. I remember this now. Yeah, there was a big stink about all that. I didn't know it was Florida though. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, down in north of Miami is it has continued to become more and more culturally interesting, but it was not always such.
Were they only allowed to perform in front of giant statues of ladies in thongs? Was that the only way they could do it?
Butts facing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were certainly. They had that. I mean, the Beastie Boys were the ones that used to blow up the big dongs on stage,
Yeah, they did. That's right. I forgot about that. That was early for them, though, wasn't it?
I believe that was the License to Ill.
Yeah, that era.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because that's their least real album, in my opinion. It's the most commercial, yet that period of time for them was their most raucous on stage. I love those guys. Hey, you agreed with me the other day, by the way, that Paul's Boutique's the best album they ever made.
I think I always have. It was just something where I was listening to it, and I wanted to give you a digital bump on text message. But I don't think that musically you can argue that production wise, there's anything that can touch Paul's Boutique for them.
Yeah, it's real good, man. Oh, we should listen to it right now. Well, let's do this before we do. You've got a busy bunch of stuff coming up. Anything in that busy schedule you want people to know about so they can catch it live?
Night Attack tonight. Everybody, is today the last day?
Yeah, today's final day.
Today's the last day to vote.
Yep, vote today.
Go vote, people.
Yeah.
And we thank you for all of your votes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. T2T2.eu/pod awards is where you can go. You can download the bookmark.
Big thanks again to the chat realmer that set that up. That's awesome.
Yeah, really cool.
It's T2T2, the Estonian excellence himself.
That's right.
He is he is a king among men, and so go ahead and use that fantastic tool one last time to make sure that you vote for the Diamond Stream ticket, including this show, The Instance, Film Sack, Night Attack twice, and Daily Tech News Show.
Yeah. You got these memorized. Look at you, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mentioned it enough times and we all remember what shows we're voting for. Today's it. So do it. And that's awesome. Nightattack.tv tonight. What time?
Nightattack.tv. That is 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific time. No idea who the guest is. But we are in the process of putting together the summer movie draft.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Oh, after the raucous winter draft, I don't even know what to expect.
Wasn't there some sort of endless love singing thing?
It's breaking up now. I can't even.
Stupid Skype. It's falling apart. I know.
I think that really, let's have a conversation about the N-word in music. Like, I think that's something about instead of whatever you just said.
I don't know. We gotta. At some point, we're holding them to it. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Maybe Nerdtacular on a microphone. We'll get them to do it.
I think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll consider that.
We'll dim the house lights.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a shame to do a movie draft without you guys this year. You know, it's something that really going to be a thing.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Justin R. Young on Twitter, nightattack.tv tonight. Justin, stay out of trouble. Be good, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.
Bye.
See you.
He's all gangster. He had all gangster clothes on today.
I know his knit cap and all that stuff.
I almost won the draft last year. I almost always win and never do win. I hate it.
We came pretty close.
Yeah, we did. Oh, that was right. It was a dual thing last year for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that again. We got to do that again.
Yeah.
It's
funny because we thought we were going to do so badly once we saw our stable of movies, but Neighbors thing really pushed us up.
Yeah, we did all right. Pleased to tell you, fine folks, if you'd like to know more about this show, you can go to frogpants.com/TMS. You can find us via email, themorningstream@gmail.com. And if you'd like to phone call us, you can. Phone call us. Leave us a voicemail.
Phone call us.
Phone call us. 801-471-0462. We have some lined up already. We'll be doing those throughout the rest of the week. On Twitter, @morningstream, @Scott Johnson, @Coverville. Quick quiz, pop quiz, hot shot. Should I do the laughing gas today for my major crown work?
What do you do? Yeah, you do the laughing gas as opposed to what?
Well,
Crying
I
gas?
usually do nothing. I usually just sit there and stress out the entire time.
This is for just a cleaning?
No, crown.
That's right. This is the crown. Oh,
yeah.
You take whatever the max is that they will give you.
Okay, I'm taking the gas then.
Yeah.
All right. My wife did the same thing yesterday. My wife, she went in there and had she had her teeth. She had this exact same thing done because a tooth cracked in half over the weekend.
Oh my god!
Which is weird because she
really got us. You got to quit eating those. You gotta take the nuts out of the filbert, out of the casing, the nut casing before you eat them.
We think it was a little bone fragment in a burger at the Habit, which we love normally. Freaking love the Habit. My burger was fine, but she hit this thing so hard it literally split off like a shard of her tooth.
Ow! Oh, this broke my tooth. Here, try this. See if it breaks your tooth too.
Yeah, there it is. But yeah, I am a super spaz when it comes to dental stuff. I hate it. I stress the entire time. I'm having a panic attack the whole time they're in my mouth. So I think I should do this. I think I should get the gas.
Pretend I'm in your ear, whispering, saying, "Hey, man, it's all good. Everything's okay. It's gonna be fine."
Yeah. And most of the time, I only, like Lang Guy says, I've only done Novocaine, just numb the pain.
Yeah.
But I just freak out because I know he's gonna hit a nerve ball or he's gonna poke the needle in the wrong thing, or I can't do it. I think I'm doing gas for the first time. I'm doing gas today.
Okay. All right.
I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. It'll be a good story, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Get somebody there with a recording device.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Maybe I'll just turn my phone on, put it in my top pocket, and let rip.
Just have the whole time. Yeah, there you go.
That's it. We're out of here. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back tomorrow with a normal Wednesday lineup if all things go well tonight at the dentist. It's going to be expensive, too. But anyway, we'll talk about all that tomorrow, and we'll have Nicole, we'll have Tom, and we'll have our usually Wednesday shenanigans. Let's get out of here with some music. What do you got for me?
Get another request here from Uncle Sam. Oh, thank you, Uncle Sam. By the way, today, the 31st anniversary of the day that the kids spent in detention in the Breakfast Club. It was March 24th,
awesome.
1984.
Very cool.
Yeah,
not just when the movie came out.
No, not when the movie came out, but the day of the day that comes up on screen as detention Saturday.
Awesome. That's so cool. That even exists as a thing we remember. That's amazing.
Well, I didn't remember it. Somebody pointed it out on Twitter. Hi guys, Tubby from the Tadpool here.
Hey Tubby.
Writes Uncle Sam. I have a request. My nephew Andy is having his 28th birthday Tuesday the 24th. I've managed to get him addicted to TMS and other frog pantery. Actually, just one listen and he was hooked. It would be super rad if you guys could manage this. Kind of late getting it to you, I know. The song Blackbird by the Wurzels was one of the crazy songs his late father would play on road trips, and just to get things silly. If you can't play that song, he's also a huge Incubus and Yellow Card fan, so any cover related to any of them would be splendid as well. Always looking forward to the next episode. Grow a fro, bro. Tubby, sometimes in chat room when work permits.
Nice.
Not permits. All right, so we're going to stick with the Wurzels, but it's not going to be Blackbird. Blackbird's actually one of their original songs. It's not a cover of Blackbird by the Beatles or anything like that. But the Wurzels do a ton of great covers. They're Australian... what's the best comparison for the Wurzels?
No idea.
I don't think there is. I think that they're a thing in and of themselves. But, and I might be mistaken as far as whether they're from the UK or from Australia. I think they're from Australia, unless I'm confusing them with the Wiggles. Huh.
Wiggle. I hate the Wiggles.
Let's see. No, the
Wiggles look like Star Trek.
Oh, they are English. Yes, I'm sorry. They're an English scrumpy and Western band.
Don't you think the Wiggles look like they look like Star Trek people? Don't you think?
They do, yeah, with their shirt colors.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Right. I would not want to be the red-shirted Wiggle.
For lots of reasons, but yeah.
That's right. So they're based in Somerset. Apologies for getting the country of origin wrong. Wurzel's British, Wiggles Australian. Got that cleared up? Yep. Okay.
All good now. Yep.
This is great. This is a great cover they did of Oasis's "Don't Look Back in Anger" is from an EP of the same name, and wait for it. You might think you're getting one thing, but you're going to end up getting something else. Here are the Wurzels and "Don't Look Back in Anger."
Sounds good to me. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys then.